New America is an American nonprofit, nonpartisan public policy institute and think tank focusing on a wide range of issues, including national security studies, technology, asset building, health, gender, energy, education, and the economy. The organization is based in Washington, D.C., in addition to having a significant presence in New York City. In 2007, Steve Coll, a former managing editor of The Washington Post, became president of New America. Google's executive chairman, Eric Schmidt, is chairman of the foundation's board of directors. In 2013, Anne-Marie Slaughter became president of New America, replacing Steve Coll. History and mission: New America was founded in 1999 by Ted Halstead, Shel Schweninger, Michael Lind and Walter Russell Mead as a nonprofit, public policy institute whose stated mission is to invest in new thinkers and new ideas to address the next generation of challenges facing the United States. The organization has a staff of over 100 employees and fellows with offices in Washington, D.C., and New York City. The organization continues to emphasize work that is responsive to the changing conditions and problems of our 21st century information age economy with big ideas, impartial analysis and pragmatic solutions. Newsweek's Howard Fineman called New America a hive of state-of-the-art policy entrepreneurship. Organization and structure: New America houses programs and initiatives that focus on specific domestic, economic and global issues. New America also houses a fellowship program. Foreign policy: New America's National Security Studies program researches and analyzes a wide range of global issues, from the inner workings of Al-Qaeda to overall national foreign policy strategy. With the presence of journalists such as Steve Coll and Peter Bergen, New America has carved out a policy niche in the issues of Afghanistan and counterterrorism. Bergen, who leads the program, is a CNN national security analyst and author of several best-selling books, including The Longest War, The Enduring Conflict Between America and Al-Qaeda. Coll, president of New America, has also written several books on Al-Qaeda and Afghanistan, including the 2005 Pulitzer Prize winner for general nonfiction, Ghost Wars, The Secret History of the CIA, Afghanistan, and Bin Laden. James Risen in the New York Times complimented Coll on revealing how Saudi Arabia and its intelligence operations aided the rise of Osama bin Laden and Islamic extremism in Afghanistan. New America also has a policy focus on the Middle East with its Middle East Task Force, directed by Layla Hillel, which covers analysis and commentary on the Middle East and North Africa. Technology: New America's Open Technology Institute led by Sasha Meehanrath has become one of the largest programs within the organization. Focus areas of OTI include wireless community networks building, the creation and management of an open-source platform that supports broadband research tools and speed tests, the development of a platform to lower barriers for building distributed communications networks, among other projects. In the same vein of technology, New America's Future Tense Initiative, a partnership with Arizona State University and Slate magazine, explores emerging technologies and their effects on society and public policy. Central to the partnership is a series of events in Washington, D.C., that take an in-depth look at issues that, while little understood today, could reshape the policy debates of the coming decade. Economics: New America's Economic Growth Program, directed by New America co-founders Shel Schweninger and Michael Lind, aims to take a policy look at America and the world's economic problems. In 2011, the program commissioned a paper, The Way Forward, Moving from the Post-Bubble, Post-Bust Economy to Renewed Growth and Competitiveness, which warned of the severe economic problems America would face if continued on its current path. The program did not believe in immediate government deficit reduction. It believed that will only make the situation worse. Instead, as stated in the paper, it had other suggestions, including investing in a sustained infrastructure program, lasting from 5 to 7 years, to create jobs and demand. Formerly, the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget was a part of New America until it separated to become the Fix the Debt campaign. The bipartisan committee ran a number of projects, including U.S. Budget Watch, a project funded by Pew Charitable Trusts which reports on important fiscal issues relating to the 2008 election and afterwards. One of its most recent initiatives is the Go Big initiative, which was created after the Budget Control Act of 2011, enacted in early August to raise the debt ceiling and avoid default. The effort urged a bipartisan 12-member Joint Congressional Committee on Deficit Reduction, also known as the Super Committee, with finding an additional $1.5 trillion in deficit reduction by November 23. Maya McGuinness, who has worked at the Brookings Institution as well as on Wall Street, led the committee and now leads Fix the Debt. After advising politicians from both parties, she serves as a trusted mediator on budget talks between Democrats and Republicans. In addition, in April 2010 the committee's policy director, Mark Goldwein, joined President Obama's Bipartisan Fiscal Commission. Goldwein, 26, was also named one of the Forbes 30 Under 30. Education Policy Program. New America's education policy program comprises experts on pre-K to K-12 through higher education and into the workforce. The policy staff produce 3 blogs, Early Ed Watch, Higher Ed Watch, and Ed Money Watch. It also comprises the Federal Education Budget Project, which serves as a source of information on federal education funding for policymakers, the media, and the public. Fellows Program. The organization provides fellowships to foster the next generation of thinkers and public intellectuals through the Bernard L. Schwartz Fellows Program. The Schwartz Fellowship supports talented journalists, academics and other public policy analysts who offer a fresh and often unpredictable perspective on the major challenges facing our society. Current fellows include Peter Baynout, Sherry Fink, Franklin Fua, Rebecca McKinnon, Dana Goldstein, and Amanda Ripley. Alumni of the program include Jacob Hecker, Megan McArdle, Catherine Boo, Robert Wright, Tim Wu, Chris Hayes, Romesh Ratneser, and Ayo Olapade. New America NYC, launched in winter 2011 (Euro12). New America NYC is a new initiative that aims to further the New America's goals of research and policy innovation. The space, located in Soho, hosts several events each month generally focused on politics, media, and culture. Published articles, staff and fellows at New America are published regularly in leading national publications. Board members and fellows have written cover stories for a large number of periodicals, including Foreign Affairs, Foreign Policy, The Wilson Quarterly, Wired, The New Republic, The New York Times, The National Interest, The American Conservative, The New Yorker, The American Prospect, and Mother Jones. 2012 reports included, The Outlawed by Steve Coll, which ran in The New Yorker and explores Osama bin Laden's life and his use of media to get his message out. Romney lays out weak Obama attack line after New Hampshire primary win in The Daily Beast by Peter Baynout. And An American Hospital, The Most Dangerous Place? By Shannon Brownlee in Time magazine. On January 13, 2014, the NAF put out a report by Peter Bergen on the effectiveness of the National Security Agency and its spying programs gathering big data, nationally and worldwide, just 4 days before President Barack Obama's speech on NSA reforms as a consequence of the disclosures since June 2013 by former NSA contractor Edward Snowden. The report found only insignificant or minimal influence by the agency's surveillance programs on cases of terrorism. Funding. New America receives funding from both the private and public sector. 70% of its financing comes from private companies and individuals, while the rest comes from public institutions, including the U.S. government. The list of organizations and individuals that supported New America in 2013 includes more than 140 contributors. Board of Directors. The New America Foundation's Board of Directors consists of 21 members. It is chaired by Eric Schmidt, Executive Chairman of Google, who succeeded founding Chairman James Fallows in 2008. Other members include, David G. Bradley, owner of the Atlantic Media Company, Boykin Curry, former board member is what is now Public Prep Network, Francis Fukuyama, political scientist, political economist and author, Atul Gawande, surgeon and journalist, Ted Halstead, think tank executive and author, Rita Hauser, lawyer and ambassador, Kati Martin, author and journalist, Zachary Karabel, president of River Twice Research, Walter Russell Mead, professor of foreign affairs and humanities, editor-at-large of the American Interest, Stephen Ratner, financier, former czar for the United States Treasury Department, Anne-Marie Slaughter, political professor, former director of policy planning for the United States State Department, Jonathan Soros, CEO of JS Capital Management, senior fellow at the Roosevelt Institute and son of George Soros, Daniel Yergin, chairman of Cambridge Energy Research Associates, Fareed Zakaria, journalist and author, Helene D. Gale, CEO of Care International, William W. Geraghty, CEO of the retail company The Geraghty Group, Lenny T. Mendonca, former director senior partner of McKinsey & Company. Jeffrey Leonard, CEO of the Global Environment Fund, former members, Liaquat Hamed, investment manager and author, Lauren Powell Jobs is a former board member. Leadership Council, New America's Leadership Council, chaired by Scott Delman, recognizes those individuals who contribute $25,000 or more to the foundation each year. As members of the Leadership Council, they participate in the intellectual life of the foundation in numerous ways. For instance, they are invited to attend a special annual retreat with New America senior staff, fellows and board of directors, as well as a series of salon dinners. The Leadership Council currently has 17 members, which includes Craig Newmark, Leo Hindery, Jr., and Neil Baer, M.D. Advisory Council. New America's National Security Studies Program has an advisory council which directly works with Peter Bergen and Steve Coll to help advance the creativity and impact of its national security policy work. Co-chairs of the group are board member Fareed Zakaria, and Charles R.K. References. External links, New America Foundation webpage, video See Elizabeth Carpenter speak at the University of Wisconsin School of Medicine and Public Health Healthcare Reform, a nonpartisan look at the issue under debate.